fucking relevant. Where was that word when we were in high school, you know?
Right.
Back in my day, you know, the quest for clout and relevancy, it wasn't a fucking thing. So like, you know, social media has just generated this like toxic culture. Social media fucked shit up. It's cool. Like, you know, when it was used right, you know, but it's like, you know, the Space Odyssey 2001 bone scene, you know, he's like, oh, fucking hey, I can make better meals and use this as a tool. Oh, fuck this guy. I'm going to hit him in the head with it. You know, that's what happened to the internet.
Yeah, pretty much.
Welcome to the Mr. Bill podcast. I'm Bill's manager / butler, Anand Harsh. I'm also editor-in-chief of theunst.com and lord of the Thanksgiving leftovers. I'm convinced food does not expire, and I'm going to ride this out until every last turkey bone is picked clean or I end up in the hospital. Bill's guest today is his boss, Mousetrap label head Joel Zimmerman. You might know him as deadmau5. They discuss data mining, the post-COVID live touring landscape, and the little shit who blew up Joel's spot when he got a new house a few years back. Seriously, fuck that kid. deadmau5 has a big new anthem out with Kiesza called Bridged by A Lightwave, and they dropped a video for it last month that was recorded out at the Day of the deadmau5 drive-in show in Chicago over Halloween weekend. Speaking of drive-in shows, deadmau5 will be doing his own run New Year's Eve weekend at the same spot Bill just supported Ganja White Night, the parking lot of the NOS Center in San Bernardino outside of LA. He's doing 2 deadmau5 sets on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and then a special test pilot show on Saturday, January 2nd. That's his techno alias, and it totally fucking rules. Just like seriously hard techno straight down the pipe. Thank you for supporting the show on Patreon. It helps keep the Christmas lights on. You can get early access to episodes, exclusive tutorials, and a warm feeling in your tummy knowing that your dollars are hard at work feeding Bill's weird obsession with baking croissants. He just loves making those little French pastries. Finally, head over to MrBillsTunes.com to sign up to become a hardcore Ableton-ear. You get full access to Bill's project files, access to nearly 30 sample packs, and so much more. Okay, I know I said finally, but Bill's IDM label Belegal Beats has a new release from Blanket Dragon out Friday, December 11th. That's today if you're listening to the podcast the day it's out on the free feed. The EP is called Nothing Isn't, and it features a collab with Bill called Life in Reverse. Let's listen to a clip of that before we jump into the interview. Life in Reverse, that's Blanket Dragon and Mr. Bill out today on Belegal Beats. All right, here's Bill's chat with deadmau5.
Hey, you're listening to the Mr. Bill podcast.
Hey, you're listening to the Mr. Bill podcast.
Hey, you are listening to the Mr. Bill podcast.
Hey, you're 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 listening to the Mr. Bill podcast. Hey, you're listening to the Mr. Bill podcast.
Hey, you're listening to the Mr. Bill podcast.
Hey, you're listening to the Mr. Bill podcast.
Hey, you're listening to the Mr. Bill podcast.
Yeah, we've started.
Okay.
Yeah. No, this podcast is like, it's pretty informal, I guess. Generally, I just get people on here and just talk
unlike
shit
everything else you do in life, right? Which is very formal.
Yeah, exactly, right. Like sit around in my underpants making metal all day. Yeah, I've been doing
metal.
I've been doing a remix the last like couple of weeks for this band called North Lane in Australia, which is a metal band. So yeah, it's basically been all metal lately.
After that, you should hit up a Tasmanian group, Psychroptic.
Psychroptic, yeah, they're a good old metal band. Crazy. Yeah, man, thanks for coming on. It's good to have you on.
Yeah.
It's funny because like there's been a bunch of artists who are like way smaller than you who like haven't come on due to like optics. because they're like, oh, I can't like be seen on this. Like,
Optics.
yeah, you know how like people won't do a certain thing because it's like a bad look or whatever.
Oh yeah, the Mr. Bill podcast is a bad look.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and I mean, I've had this.
Yeah, look, well, bro, you got to pick and choose your battles in fucking 2020. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's a good point. So wait, we were just talking about snow though. How's driving when that's going on? Because I know you're super into driving, right?
I haven't been in a car in 6 months.
Oh shit!
Like any car, not like we have a Tesla, and that's like our grocery getter. But like Kelly's been in Florida for like the last 3 months. I've been home alone, and that's it. Like I've just been here working, and that's it.
How'd you get to the shows?
Which shows? Oh, like the drive-in ones?
Yeah.
Oh, a friend of mine drove me.
Oh, nice.
He's got a big old SUV, so we slept in the back, right?
Oh, sweet. That's like old school touring stuff right there. I did a few tours in a Sprinter and slept a shitload in one of those.
Man, like when I first started doing shows, like the first ones were like some of the transportation and logistic things were just hilarious. Like I remember one time being in like Saskatchewan. It must have been like my 5th or 6th show ever. And I was in Saskatchewan and this guy had this like VW van and it broke down. We had to get out and like push it. And then when I used to play out in San Diego and stuff, like I'd go to Steve Duda's place and then he'd be like, oh, we'll just drive, right? Because I'm only getting like $200, which is like gas money to get there. So he's like, yeah, I'll just drive. We'll go whatever. Just give me drinks or whatever. And like, cool. And then every time me and Steve drove somewhere, he'd always run out of gas. So it's happened twice. Once we ended up like stranded somewhere between Barstow and Vegas because he was like, oh, we'll make it. And we didn't make it. And then another time somewhere near San Diego, and it started like pissing rain. And we had to pull over under like an underpass on the 101 or something. And so I stopped taking rides from Steve.
Yeah. Old school touring shit has like definitely got me shook. I have a thing still on my rider today that says like I require a sober driver to pick me up from the airport, and like sober is like in quotation marks and underlined and bold and everything.
You get people like picking you up at the airport absolutely like schnockered out of their minds, and they're like, let's go.
It's not so much people picking me up from the airport. It's like, so back in the day I would play a lot of what were called doofs in Australia, because like the first style of music I started producing was psytrance, and I was playing a lot of psytrance parties, and going to the airport was usually fine. I would like, the person who picked me up would just smell a bit bad and be in like some weird car or something, but then on the way back would be the problem. Oh wait, it looks,
oh right.
Yeah, because then they would like, dump acid at the party or something like that. And then I'd be riding back with someone who was just tripping out of their mind.
I think everyone has to deal with that. Like, like in their career paths where it's like you've got this whole like 2-year period of where you're just going to have to deal with the local promoters like crazy shit. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, speaking of which, how's the shows been going during the COVID stuff? Like how the drive-ins been?
Well, we've only done like 3 or 4, but they've been pretty good. Almost got killed at one. That was cool.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah. Fucking like we had like 45 mile per hour gusts.
Oh shit.
And the truss is like swinging over our heads and stuff. And they pulled me off actually, because it's like literally like we've seen enough shows in the Midwest to know that this is bad. And I'm like, yeah, all right. So we chill out, and then it goes back down to like 30 miles per hour. And they're like, okay, you can go back on kinda, like, I guess. But if it hits 40, like you're off again. I was like, all right. It was like Atlanta Motor Speedway. Damn. And I get back on, and this like, it was like 7-foot piece of truss fell. Like with like with a clay. Nah. Like 20 feet. But yeah, it could have been any one of them. I mean,
right.
Like,
damn.
Yeah, I was like, and the show's over. And everyone's like, yay.
How far into the show was that?
Oh, it was like at the last like half hour of it. So it wasn't too bad. You know, like it wasn't canceled. I did everything in my power. So like basically, I'm starting to like hone in on my improv comedian skills now, because I've been playing so many shows where shit's gone wrong. That's like kind of like out of our control or something. Whether it's like, I don't know, act of God or something, and then they're like, okay, well, you know. You can't play right now because like no one's allowed on the stage because it's unsafe for whatever reason. So I always now I like grab a mic and I go to the side of the stage and I just tell stories, and people seem to dig it, as opposed to, you know, pulling in the insurance claim and then just going back to the hotel, you know?
Right. Oh yeah. Cause show insurance is a thing once you get to your level, right?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, it should be at everyone's level, but
yeah, but I think like at my level, I'm not the one who pays for it. It's like the person who's putting on the show or the venue.
Oh, well, that's us, right?
Right.
So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. I mean, it's easy to walk away from any kind of situation, but I like to tough it out as long as I possibly can within reason. I mean, you know, when hellfire starts pouring down from the sky, then I might bail, but.
Right. Man, what is this service? So like, I guess for people listening, we should mention that I should mention we're not using Zoom. We're using this thing called streamvoodoo.com.
Yeah.
Which is
we partnered up and we took a big piece of the company, and we're using it for, you know, kind of our internal stuff for when I'm doing meetings with tech companies and other entertainers and this and that, and even just Mousetrap in general when we're having our weekly kind of meetings. Zoom sucks. And Skype sucks, and Slack is all right, but you know, like it's just like, man, why can't we figure this out? You know, and a mutual friend connected me to one of the guys who's a developer, like the original developers of the system, and he's all talking about, you know, how it's all WebRTC, no one's really doing it, and I was like, man, I want to be a part of this. So,
it seems smooth so far.
Yeah, we just literally picked it up like about 2 weeks ago. So we're just now starting to kind of enterprise it.
Yeah, this is something that I always tell people when they like, because after we hung out that time at your place, I kind of realized that the reason, or partially the reason why you're so successful is because you're like just good at business, right? Like you don't necessarily make like all of your money off music. A lot of it comes from like reinvesting in stuff like this, right?
Yeah, to a degree. I don't mean like I'm a good investor. I think I really understand technology and like the whole space, you know what I mean? And see trends and where they're going, even if it has nothing to do with music, you know?
Right.
So it's just something I enjoy doing. Like I love anything that you could do on a computer. Like I'm into it, you know, whether it's, you know, ETH or MS Paint or Photoshop or music making or you name it, or even computer game design, stuff like that. Like I love it all. So any kind of cool innovations and things where I think I can find areas that I can either improve on or, you know, contribute to in some way, even if it's just as simple as consultation or going, you know, one deeper in actual development. You know, I tend to get my hands in there and then kind of turn it into a little point that we can revolve around with our current business, you know, because it's not just about, you know, making big beats and touring, you know, because if that's what you're all about in EDM right now, well, you're out of a job for, you know, a little while. So,
right. It almost seems though, like what an artist's kind of career trajectory depends on almost is being able to identify trends a little bit. Hey.
Yeah. So it's just like that with music, but with just kind of how people use technology.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of which, can you talk about the other stuff you're doing, or is that something you still don't want to talk about?
Oh, what, the weird stuff I've been sending you?
All that plus like the last time we had a call, you were showing me some stuff.
Yeah. I'm kind of saving it for a more important podcast.
Okay.
Sorry.
bad optics.
Yeah. No, we're gonna do a big thing with like Polygon. They're like a big media outlet for the people in that specific space. So I was like, kind of give them the whole thing, but it's fun. I mean, I can say I've been knee deep in like let's call it game development. You know, And I don't want to call it that because I was like, what game is it going to be on Steam? And I'm like, well, you don't understand it. So it's like, wait till I can package it in a way that you can get what it is in a 30-second clip versus me trying to explain every individual compartmentalized piece of the project to you, you know, and then let you guess, you know,
Right.
Because as we know, like, everyone loves guessing, you know, like your EDM is the number one world's worst guesser. You know, it's like I put a clip of anything that looks like anything and they're like, oh my God, he's making a VR show. Like, what? Where did I say that? You know, it's like,
well,
whatever.
I think like their whole, like the whole success of their blog kind of depends on.
You won't believe what happens.
Yeah, exactly. Number 9 will make you cry. Like,
Yeah.
it's like this one secret that they don't want you to know.
Yeah. Until you get to the last click after the 8,000 ads are displayed on the screen. I hate that.
Right.
Remember I shit on that kid real like fucking, it was so good.
On the Your EDM kid?
Yeah, the kid from Denver. He because I bought my house with a trust, you know, so it's like it doesn't have my name on it, you know, because I'm not even a signee on the trust. It's just whatever. It's because I thought that like I could escape, I could get out of here, and I could go out and buy this place. No one would know where it is, and it's fucking awesome. So anyway, blah blah blah. They did some digging and all that shit, and they found the realtor. The realtor was a piece of shit, and the realtor was like, oh, it's and then they posted it. Right, like on like their website, like my address and fucking everything, the listing and all this stuff. So I was like, fuck. Like it wasn't even like a month in to me moving, and then that happened. I was like, shit. And so, you know what? Just as a fuck you, I DNS looked up the domain, and the kid put his full information. And so anyway, I was like, why would you do that? You're such a shitbag, you know, like in private, you know, like on Twitter DMs when I used to tweet. This was like 5 years ago. And I DM'd him. I was like, why would you do that, you piece of shit? Like, come on, man. Like, that's my house. Like, I live there. That's like, leave me alone, you fuck. And it was just more like a fuck you. I really didn't even want to know why, like, because I know why. So, and then he's like, he wrote back with this big fucking fuck you, man. It's free. It's public information. And it, obviously he had to cross reference like some tax records and shit like that to get to the trial. You know what I mean? But yeah, sure. It's public. He's like, it's public information. It's freedom of the press. He just went on this whole big fucking tirade about it, and I'm like, all right, okay, cool. Ignored him. And just out of curiosity, I reverse DNS, looked up his domain, and he put his full fucking everything up in the registrant. Like, he didn't use a brokerage company. He did it himself, like on GoDaddy or something fucking stupid. It had his name, his phone number, his street address. So I copy-pasted the whole fucking thing and then just tweeted it out. You know, like, hey, man, you guys want to fucking give this guy a piece of your mind? You know, here's his phone number, here's da-da. And I swear to God, like 10 minutes later, my lawyer is getting a phone call from him about, he posted my, I'm for sure going to sue deadmau5 and win. He posted my phone number, my name, my street address, everything. He was so pissed.
Like
he had
the
to
exact
fucking
same thing.
exactly. And we were like, well, it's like public information. He's like, no, it's not. We're like, well, you registered the domain with it. He's like, oh. And then 5 minutes later, we go back and it's like completely gone. And we're like, dickhead.
Speaking of Twitter, yeah, like I know you used to be pretty loud on Twitter and like start a bunch of like.
I can't compete.
Well, I think it's funny, right? Because like you just like you're sort of like the same era as me almost. It's like the old school internet era where it's like just all about the internet's like a joke, kind of, right?
It was holy and pure.
Right.
It was funny. It was lulz. It was this and that. Now. Sorry, I had to drop my lighter. Now it's like, hey, check out my SoundCloud. Here's my OnlyFans, vote fucking so and so, and it's just all political bullshit. It's literally like I want to say conservatively, Twitter is 40% computers of like bullshit state sponsored crap that I don't even fucking care about, you know. And it's like I can't compete with that level of noise, you know. Like,
yeah, it's a lot. But. Didn't you get off Twitter because of like mental health stuff?
Well, yeah, because that shit was doing me in too.
Right.
You know, it's like I don't know, man. The world's fucked up, as you may or may not know.
No way.
Yeah, it's absolutely fucked. It's like people are so like the internet has been treated as a right,
Mm.
you know, which it is kind of, you know, but you also have to kind of respect the rights of others and stuff like that. And people just don't do that. People have become so desensitized to like vitriolic bullshit where it's like they can't even tell what you know, something said is versus context versus, you know what I mean? So I'm like, you know what? Fuck this.
Yeah, because like, I'm
old.
Most of the time it feels like you're probably defending yourself against shit that people were like saying or doing, right?
Right. And then, you know, and up until, well, not recently, but the last I heard, you know, I had Zed, you know, texting me. He's like, man, can you believe what this guy had said on Twitter about me? And I'm like, oh, bro, just shut that stupid fuck. Trust me, you'll feel better. Just don't even look. You know,
I think this, especially for smaller artists, there's like this idea that you have to be on there though, right? To like post
really
and like
don't.
to stay relevant and to like do all this fucking crap.
Fucking relevant. Where was that word when we were in high school, you know?
Right.
Back in my day, you know, the quest for clout and relevancy, it wasn't a fucking thing. So like, you know, social media has just generated this like toxic culture. Social media fucked shit up. It's cool, like, you know, when it was used right, you know, but it's like, you know, the Space Odyssey 2001 bone scene, you know, he's like, oh fucking hey, I can make better meals and use this as a tool. Oh fuck this guy, I'm gonna hit him in the head with it. You know.
Yeah,
that's what happened to the internet.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm reading this. I feel like also social media, the worst thing for me is just how much it like fucks up my like workflow and how much less work I get done. I'm reading this book at the moment. It's called The Distracted Mind, Ancient Brains in a High-Tech World. Ooh. And basically this guy, like he likens just information that we have online now, which is essentially like unlimited, right? To a foraging theory with like, I think squirrels. And he said like the foraging theory for squirrels is basically like they'll sit in a tree and like get nuts and whatnot. And once the nuts are kind of like 50% gone in that tree, they'll sort of like weigh up their options as to like whether or not to stay in that tree or to use the amount of time it takes to switch to a new tree and then start getting nuts in there.
Squirrels think like that.
I mean, I think they don't like consciously think like this, but I think like they kind of use this model to. I see a lot of squirrels. I never really know what's going on in their little peanut brains. Yeah, squirrels are sick. But yeah, so he kind of like talks about this thing called information foraging, which is a thing that, you know, we do on the internet, and the time it takes, like the cost of switching to like a new thing, you know, has some like switching costs to it. And apparently like there's just so much information. We're just switching so much. We're like never actually really getting anything done.
It gets expensive.
Exactly,
yeah. You get rabbit holed, you know. Honestly, my last 400 Google searches have been Unreal Engine - Niagara particle system point collision.
Right.
And stuff like that. And then going to places and then finding like, you know, and then in that kind of rabbit hole of a search, like I'll find a community that I'm like, oh, okay, this is just going to be my go-to spot every time I have a question in this area. You know, I'm not like tweeting and asking, you know, or getting, you know, people's opinions on something where it's like, no, I want some like factual information. So kind of using the internet now, like the internet before the internet, like when it was like Archie.
Right. Like just to get information and just
yeah, exactly.
Just to connect you with the exact community you want to be connected to rather than the community that's decided to like infiltrate your feed for whatever reason.
Well, the reason being, you know, your deadmau5 or Bill or whoever, you know?
Yeah. Speaking of which, Unreal Engine and all that kind of stuff, it's, this is another cool thing. Like, so, people like just always ask me like what you like and stuff, right? Because we've worked together and
what's he like?
Yeah. And a lot of people,
okay, Bill, what am I like?
Well, here's what I say. I say that you're a really hard worker. And I say that it's like impressive that you design your own live show basically. Because I don't think a lot of big artists with as big a production as you could say that, right? Like they mostly get teams of other people to do it, like Melt Creative or something like that.
Oh, is that a plug?
Melt? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I know it's just like one of the big like production.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think it's pretty impressive that you sort of build your own live show, basically, like all the video and stuff.
So that's what you tell people when they like, what do you think of him?
Yeah, I'm like, he's a real dick, but he's pretty good at video.
He's really smart, but he's just, I don't know, he's a little rough around the edges.
Yeah.
He means well.
Speaking of which, why do you do all that work? Like, I don't know. I think it's funny that you have like this crazy sick studio and then you like hang out in this other room all the time.
Well, as of late, yeah. I mean, music comes and goes in waves for me. You know, if I find myself smashing my face over a keyboard trying to think of the next big melody, you know, it's like, how many days wasted in there doing that when I could be doing other things?
Yeah, it's a good point.
And then when I get the idea, then I just go and do it, you know?
Right. So you never like try to force anything out. You just wait until an idea comes.
I used to. And I used to put out a lot of tracks that I'd be like myself. I'd be like, meh. You know, like, eh.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. I spend a lot of time in the studio kind of like doing my head in over a thing. And I find if I step away from the studio a bunch, then I can kind of come back and get done what I really needed to get done in like an hour or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I do that. I have like trails in my woods that I just kind of walk around or drive around, then just do a lap, come back. And then I've forgotten what I was even thinking about, and I'll either get on to some new task or complete the one at hand, you know?
Right. So how much time would you say you spend doing like the show stuff versus the music stuff?
Oh, actually, recently a lot more, because it's not the show stuff. It's not something that I can go and read a manual and do it. A lot of the stuff that we do, or I try to do, is innovating, you know, coming up with new ways to do things. So it's a lot of like redoing, improving, and then inventing, and then refining those new inventions. Like, yeah, you're right. I absolutely could just hire CSP. You know, to, hey, do my content, do my show. Look, my job, as far as I'm concerned, is to get up there, bring my little Ableton computer machine and make the sound come out. And then everything else is on you, bro. But I want full control over my shows in terms of just the delivery being like, you know, the audio, the video, the stage, the look, the setup and everything, you know? It's not just me doing that. Obviously, we have engineers and front of house guys that know like lighting systems better than I would. And then, you know, it's just learning a little bit of their own respective worlds, where it's like, you know, I'll put in my 2 cents and here and there, and then at the end of the day, I got a nickel, and then it's a show, you know. Right. So yeah, more time on like content creation and coming up with new and innovative ways to do that, just to keep it the Joel show, you know?
Right. So what do your days look like now? Is it basically just wake up and then just like work on the show all day and then go to sleep?
Well, not just the show. I do work on the show a bit. Like when I finish a new song, for instance, it's like, fuck, man, I need a whole new sequence for this, for our current not running production, right? So, you know, I'll kind of whittle away at that for like a couple of days, but it doesn't take me too long to do it. And then maybe I'll just go back into work on the other facets of the business, in terms of like, you know, Mousetrap and, you know, kind of our sister companies and investments and stuff that we do with other tech companies. So a lot of it's really benign, you know?
Yeah, actually, that's funny, right? Like the more, like the better you get at music, or the further you get into it, the less kind of you make music, and the more you start doing like other stuff, it seems like.
Yeah, because you kind of hit that, I hate to say it, but there's kind of like this apex of learning. With making music, you know, because when you started out, you were doing what, 20, 30 tracks a week. I was doing 10 tracks a week, you know, and all was good and great because we were learning. It was exciting, you know, and we were learning new things, and we were applying these new things in the next production. And then we learned something else, but we already did it in that one. So we'll just save it for the next one, which is going to be in an hour and a half, you know, and then we do that. And then we get this kind of euphoric madman music making stage where we're learning and creating at the same time, but now we're not learning as much, you know, so it's just become more of a task than a exciting process, you know?
Right. Yeah, maybe that's why people. I do the online education thing a bit, and I hear this idea espoused to me a lot that people are like, oh, when I first started making music, it was like crazy exciting, and like now I'm just uninspired all the time and stuff. Maybe the trick is to just like move on to new things, right? Like for instance, for you, it's been like, you know, you got into driving and you got really good at like PUBG and Rocket League and stuff, and then you know, started doing a lot of stuff with video production and whatnot.
Yeah, for sure. Keep your interests vague and broad. I mean, it's always, even if it's not related to your field, you could probably find a way to do so if it hasn't been done by someone else already. You know, it's like incorporating, you know, real-time graphic engines, you know, in music. What do those have in common? Well, like I could make the correlation that, well, I could drive shows with this content, or do something completely unrelated, like I want to be a goat trainer, you know, like for 4 hours a week or something, you know, go do that.
Yeah, I've recently got into a few other things because I've kind of noticed, like, so through the staying home all the time thing, I realized like basically my entire life was revolving around DJing on the weekends and then trying to make dubstep tracks during the week, or like doing edits of track. Like basically it just all revolved around the set, right? Like trying to make a heavier and heavier set pretty much, because I got trapped into that kind of loop. But after like everything shut down, gave me a bunch of time to reflect, and I realized like I didn't have a lot of other interests other than music.
Right.
So I started taking up a bunch of shit. One of them was chess, and the other one was mountain biking. So now I'm like hugely into those two things.
Yeah. Yeah, hobbies are great. Like even if they don't result in a product or, you know, something you can show.
Yeah.
You know, it's just good. I don't know. Like you could even say binge watching a TV show.
Yeah,
or
like
something.
Give your brain a rest from like stressing out over work stuff.
Well, now is a good time to be stressed out over work stuff too. So I can imagine that's like pretty hard for a lot of people right now, because everyone's trying to still find their place in, you know, kind of what's going on.
Yeah, what do you think is going to happen after, like, I don't know, let's say vaccines get deployed and everyone sort of starts getting vaccinated and stuff starts opening up again? Do you think, like, all the independent...
Well, it's like this is the last pandemic we're ever going to see?
Well, no, of course not. But, like, I mean, like, at least, you know, a bunch of independent venues will have unfortunately shut down. So do you think it'll just be left with, like, all the Live Nation and AEG shit?
Well, yeah and no. I mean, that's a convoluted discussion that could land me in some fucking hot shit. But like, I don't know. Let's just say, like, you know, the fortunate companies, because the world's fucked up, you know, have landed into the Saudi Petroleum Fund.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, and got the bailout and this and that, and they're all good, and the other ones didn't. You know, so yeah, you know, like, I don't know. There's a number of things are going to happen. Like once, like, I don't think it's going to be a light switch where it's like, okay, let's tour.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be an on-off thing.
We're back to making $300,000 a show or whatever. You know, that's not going to happen. You know what's going to happen? Everyone's going to be so excited to go out. Vegas is going to win, because if they thought that the saturation of the fucking DJ scene was good, that fucked everyone's rates over the last, like, you know, 5 years versus, like, you know, 7-8 years ago. Now it's going to be hilarious. Like, you'd be lucky to make $10,000 fucking playing at a Vegas nightclub, because why you? Everyone's thirsty for gigs right now.
Right. Like, it doesn't matter who plays. Everyone's going to go anyway.
Oh, and you know they're thinking about it.
Right.
Like, if I'm thinking about it, they've already thought about it. 100%.
Yeah.
And it's not, I'm not just going to say, it's like, oh, it's going to be so oversaturated, because not only is it going to be oversaturated with expectations of things the way they were, which they won't be, you have to count into effect that these, like, a lot of the people have been fucking dealing with not having a job and not having money or a steady income and stability in their lives in the last fucking 6 months. You think they're going to all want to go out and go partying for $400 a fucking ticket? I don't think so. So,
right. Yeah, so
you have that too. So while you're all scattered throughout the winds and doing world tours times 200, no one's showing up at your demanded fucking ticket prices. So are you going to make your production work, you know, or is it going to be a financial fucking disaster?
You'd be surprised though. Like, I mean, I played a show on the weekend in LA, or in San Bernardino actually, with Ganja White Night, and they were selling car tickets there for something like $400 to $600 a ticket, and they sold out the NOS Event Center, which was
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. It's like, because not everyone's touring right now. Only a select few, like you and me and this. And we're at fucking 4 shows in the last 6 months. Like, dude, that's unheard of. If I would have proposed that and there be no COVID to my management, they would have dropped me in a second. They'd be like, fuck you, dude. You know, like, whatever. But that's what I'm saying. So people have been home, obviously, you know, pent up and not having any events to go to. So, you know, when you show up, of course, people are rip around ready to go. If it's going to cost, it's going to be a little heavy on the heavy side for the ticket. Sure, they'll do that. But when you open up the floodgates and do that, and everyone's doing that, it's not going to be like that. You know, that's what I'm.
Yeah, I wonder if it will sort of have that. I wonder if like that's how it's going to happen though. Like if the floodgates are going to open and everyone's just going to start going to shows, or if it's going to be more of like a gradient over time.
It'll be a gradient over time, 100%.
Right. Yeah.
Because you don't just decide, oh, okay, guys, we've got the bleach in everyone's veins. The pandemic is over. Go out and have yourself a bigly time. You know, you can't do that. Yeah,
There's also like the emotional trauma that everyone's sort of incurred to get over as well.
I guess.
So I think like everyone's going to be like, for instance, even if like vaccines were deployed today, I don't think I'd be comfortable going to like Red Rocks with 10,000 people until still like this time next year, probably.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, geez, you just got to go with the flow at this rate. Like, I can't fucking say, hey, it's going to take this long, and I'm an epidemiologist, and I know this is how it works, you know, because this is not something we've done before or had to deal with as a human species. So it's not something that anyone can really, you know, project, and especially in the music space, you know.
Mm.
I mean, they were like, well, you know, okay, well, the Spanish flu lasted for, yeah, dude, but they didn't have fucking $49 flights from fucking Florida to Canada during the Spanish flu with 8 million people in the air at any given fucking time. All right. So, yeah, they probably got off lucky on the lockdown situation that way, you know?
Yeah, totally. It's like a little bit easier to spread these days.
Yeah. Well, just one of millions of factors, you know, that you can't quite say it's so black and white that, well, if everyone did this and this, there's no causality or correlation to any of the things that are like happening, because people are traveling more than they did during the bubonic plague, you know? So if they were traveling at the rate that we're traveling at today, fuck, we might not even be here. Like little squirrels could be ruling the fucking earth right now, you know?
Yeah. Isn't there like some periods of time where the human population has gotten down to like 6,000 people or something like that?
Oh yeah. Back in the day, like, and I mean, way back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're a miracle, man. Like you and me right now are a fucking statistical impossibility.
Right.
Really, when you think about it, I love documentaries like that, like all the Neil Tyson shit and fucking space documentaries. I love it because it blows my fucking mind every time. You know, even though I'm reciting it, even if I've never seen it, I already know what he's going to say next and I get stoked. But like, fuck, man. But after I've seen like, you know, pretty much the gamut of the catalog of all these kind of documentaries, man, we really are like a statistical impossibility. It's so cool, you know?
Yeah. What is the things you need for life? It's just water and oxygen, right? And I think it's pretty much not available anywhere except here.
As far as we know, you know, but yeah. And then you want to get like fucking, there's like simulation theory and there's all this other fucking shit too. So it's like,
dude, simulation stuff is crazy. So I had this, do you know the flashbulb? You ever heard of this guy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I had him on and he was talking about this, and he brought up a good point, which is like, why is the speed of light and like Planck scale a thing? You know, like why does reality just tap out there? Like it seems like processing power limitation, right? Or it seems like why process past there, because it's like no one fucking gives a shit past there anyway.
Well, because you can't perceive it and you can't measure it. Because if you think about it like and I mean that literally, if you think about it, you know, neurons are discharging in your brain at the speed of light, or not even. You know, in some cases, you know.
Wait, so you think reality just goes infinitely in past Planck scale?
I think it has to, because but it's not something we could perceive because or conceptualize. There are ways of do you know how to kind of like internally perceive 4-dimensional space in your head? It's actually kind of simple if you break it down weird, because you can perceive 3D space in a 2D image, okay?
Oh, like if you take the
if you play a video game on a flat screen.
Well,
right?
if you take the Tesseract, right, and like shine light through it and look at is that?
Shadow.
Yeah, but that's the...
Well, the same could be said about 4D space. It can be kind of perceived in 3D space.
Right.
You know,
gotcha.
but you're seeing a shadow of it. You're not actually in it. Being 3D space being like if you like literally break your head away from the monitor and you look at your hand, that's 3-dimensional space. But 4 would be a shadow of that onto and so on and moving up and up and up and up.
But wouldn't it be...
It's actually really fucking mind-melting shit.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be impossible to imagine 4D space? Because like if you imagine that we were a 2D creature, imagining the shape or the shadow of a Tesseract on like a surface, we wouldn't really be able to imagine the Tesseract, like the 3D Tesseract itself. And then if the 3D Tesseract is a shadow of a 4-dimensional cube, I don't think it's like possible for us to imagine that one, right?
I you know what? Now we're getting deep. Yeah, I guess not.
Yeah, and that, like this is, well, I mean, going back to the simulation thing about like things going infinitely in. I mean, we can only measure down to Planck scale, and as far as we know, it doesn't go further than that. But yeah, the flashbulb was like, that just to me seems like a proof of simulation theory, because he's like, why would they? Did you see fucking? Oh my god, what's the name of that professor trying to explain simulation theory to fucking Joe Rogan?
It was so cringy. The whole interview, he's like, okay, but how do you know we're not the first of, you know, because when we evolve to become like, you know, these advanced beings that can create this simulation, the argument, like, I guess on his side was like, well, okay, so we're living in the simulation, but what if we're in the actual point of reality going towards creating that simulation and not a part of that simulation? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
And it's like, it just kept repeating it and repeating it and repeating it. And we're like,
well, there is that theory that what is it? The theory is that if there were a society that were able to build computers so powerful that we were able to generate life basically to an experiential degree as we have it inside a computer, like we would definitely do it, right? It's kind of like 100% that we would do that. Like, why wouldn't we? So I guess the theory is that, like, you know, another...
Are we part of that simulation that they did, or are we in the original? Well, that's going up to that point.
Yeah.
That's the whole big confusion, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's the question: is like whether or not we're like in the one, or if we're like going to be the first one. I mean, either way, it doesn't matter, right? There's a thought experiment for this that I was talking about with my partner.
I'd
yesterday.
be concerned, and I'd really think about that, and that would keep me up at night if I knew I might live long enough to know that.
Hold on, I gotta Google the experience machine. Have you heard of this thing? Okay, so this is a thought experiment. So you have to imagine a machine that could give you whatever desirable or pleasurable experiences you could possibly want. So psychologists will have figured out a way to stimulate a person's brain to induce pleasurable experiences that the subject could not distinguish from those that you would have apart from the machine. And then the question is, if given the choice, would you prefer the machine or real life?
Oh, I think that's the Matrix.
Pretty much, yeah.
Movie premise, basically.
Yeah, this was like thought of.
Which would I prefer? I'd be indifferent.
And yeah, exactly.
Because if they're the same, then they're the same. An apple's an apple's an apple. You know, like.
Well, no, it's not. It's not the same. It's
No, not technically. But I mean, if it's delivering the same.
Well, no, it's delivering better. Is the thing.
So fuck! I'm all for it.
Yeah,
just hook me up.
Yeah, but your body will just be like sort of comatose, like attached to face.
Plug me in. I mean, what's it going to be? What's it going to be when I die?
I mean,
I don't think it's going to improve.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I've seen some corpses in my day. Let me tell you, they don't get prettier. So,
the other question that you can derive from this thought experiment is, if you were to learn right now that you were in this machine and somebody gave you the option to get out of it, would you get out of it?
Well, I wouldn't go back to my rotting corpse.
Like, what if you just realized it was, or you knew that it was kind of just the same as your current corpse?
Well, jeez. I like with of just someone saying that or me actually knowing it. I mean,
like, let's say you knew it.
oh, okay. Well, I guess I don't know, man. I don't know. See, that just that like those two abstracts of being, as it were, would be like totally indistinguishable from one or another. So I would be pretty indifferent.
Yeah, so these were thought of by a philosopher called Robert Nozick in apparently a book in 1974 called Anarchy, State and Utopia, and there's some arguments against hedonism related to it or something, saying the experience machine is hedonistic and yet people still refuse to be plugged into it for some reasons listed above. But yeah, I don't know, it's just reminded me of this because we're talking about simulation stuff.
Huh. Yeah, that's it. I'll have to look that up.
Have you ever watched the YouTube series Crash Course on Philosophy?
No.
Have you watched any of the Crash Course stuff?
No. Actually, I have no idea what you're talking about. It's just Crash Course.
Yeah, they do a bunch of stuff. They do like Crash Course in programming, Crash Course in whatever, computer science. But yeah, they have one called Crash Course in Philosophy, and it's really good. It's like a 20 or 30 part video series that I highly recommend. It's very bingeable on YouTube, and it's super fun. Dude, I
find myself watching YouTube while, like, in bed trying to get to sleep than I do watching Netflix.
It's more immediately satisfying, right? Because it's like these 10-minute, like, highly produced, like, videos sort of by, like, Wendover Productions or Real Life Lore or whatever. They just, like, pump out these really quick 10-minute engineering
and all
videos.
It costs you is your data.
Yeah, and, like, and your time.
Nah, they don't care about your time. They just
watching an ad, maybe.
Yeah, there you go.
Dude, speaking of data, you have your own internet, right?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm connected to you, so.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I watch.
Oh, like a provider.
Like you have a internet tower in your front yard.
Yeah.
You don't like buy internet from Verizon or some shit, right?
No, we charter. We buy blocks of data from like the way an ISP would buy it.
It's insane. Well, like, at what point do you get to that stage where you're like, I need to buy this amount of data?
Well, when you move so far away from civilization that your best option is ADSL.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's the point that does it.
Right. So you just want to.
I had a guy like I remember tweeting out or something like, "Oh man, my internet, no," and then Bell actually responded and they're like, "We have just the thing," and I was like, "Holy shit, Bell's gonna micro trench fiber directly to my house." Fuck yeah! This fucking guy from Bell shows up with like a USB stick, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Well, I was nice, but like inside my head, I'm like, okay. And he goes, "Oh, how's your cell reception here?" And I'm like, "We don't get cell reception out here." He's like, "Oh," and it was like one of those like mobile laptop LTE USBs. And he's like, "Yeah, I can get up to 5 megabits." I'm like, "I'm gonna need 2 gig."
I just imagine this like really sweet Canadian Bell engineer coming in, like putting this like little USB stick on your table and being like, and you're just like,
oh yeah, come on, man. Like, and if you want, you can leave your house and use it.
You could use it out in the office.
Yeah.
Nice.
You want a coffee or something, man?
That's crazy. Yeah, you have like the fucking coolest house, to be honest. It's like, I don't know, it's just kind of like areas of technology all through the place.
I lose sleep at night wondering how long I get to keep it.
Okay. Like, why? What makes you think you want it?
Well, just because, like, I don't know, anything could happen.
Like
COVID.
You talking about dying or are you talking about money?
No, just, business. You know what I mean? I see it happen all the fucking time. I'm seeing it with massive musicians. I'm not saying like EDM. I'm talking like fucking top pop acts right now getting fucking day jobs because they sold their fucking masters to whatever, to make a little bit of fucking, but had to downgrade so much shit.
You're saying like at this point your costs get so high that like,
oh, I'm fucking bleeding money, dude. And I'm not offsetting it. And of course I can bleed for longer maybe than some others and maybe less than some even others. You know what I mean? I didn't play in fucking Vegas for no imaginary 30 million, you know? So like, I gotta pick and choose my financial battles here, but, I mean, I'm making it work, but like, I honestly, I go to bed fucking nervous. Like I really do. And I'm 100% being truthful with you. Like I go to chill out. And before the day is done, I'm like thinking, fuck, man, you know, like
it's good to keep that drive there, though, I reckon, because I feel personally like I felt this a lot more when I was living with my parents, when I was like, fuck, I got to get out of my parents' house. And it like made me work way harder, I think, because I was just like, I can't stay here. Right. And the same thing has been true like through my life. Whenever I've been in like more comfortable living situations where my costs are low, my income is like way higher than my costs, and like everything's fine, I find I just sort of like coast through life a bit and like don't work as hard as I probably should. And then I notice like when shit gets tough and I'm like, for instance, I'm just about to pay for like a green card, right? And that's like, you know, shitloads of money and lots of lawyer fees and all that sort of stuff. So it's like, now I'm like, oh shit, I need money again. So it's like making me work really hard again. Yeah.
No, I 100% keep things on kind of sort of an uneven keel in that department. You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, I mean, don't even Google my fucking net worth. It's such bullshit. But, what you do is like what I would do to literally fuck myself and have a good time. I go out and buy a fucking McLaren Senna. You know what I mean? Okay, dude, trust me. I have never had more pushback in my life from our accountant team, you know, on anything. You know, they're like, bro, this will absolutely, you're like fucking seriously betting the farm here on this fucking car, you idiot. And I'm like, I know that's like kind of the point. I mean, but the other point is that I get to fucking drive it. You know, but
how much does this car cost?
It was like $2 million and change.
Jesus Christ. Don't you get like scared driving that thing, like that you're gonna fucking scratch it or someone else is gonna scratch it? Or?
Well, no,
like,
it's insured.
Right, but man, I just get
scratch.
I mean, I just get.
It's not. I don't take it to the fucking car show where they're like, "Is that a scratch?"
No, I know.
I mean, you swap paint. You swap paint. Like, who cares? You know, like if
swapping
if the
paint
fucking
means like you hit someone on a track or
or whatever. But that's what happens. I mean, fuck, man, it's a car. You drive it. You know, that's my thing. I like. If I fry my fucking clutch, I'll feel like shit, and that would suck. That would hurt my feelings. But like a little cosmetic ding or something that can't be, you know, casually unfucked on the spot with some duct tape, like then I don't care.
Frying your clutch is just like a really expensive thing with the Senna.
That's a really expensive thing with any car,
right? True. So with those kind of cars, do you prefer driving like on a track or on the road, or like?
Yeah, I prefer a track.
So the goal or like the appeal for that is like you get this crazy car, you take it to a track, and you drive it really fast around the track.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like the track, you know, that where I like save all my telemetry data and all that stuff too, and I'm like just doing better and better every time. I'm improving on that. It's like a video game, you know.
Right. Yeah. So there's a similar thing with mountain biking. It's like this app called Strava, and you can kind of like try and get personal bests on tracks as well. Same type of deal.
Same thing. Same concept. You know, it's not like I don't take it and drive it 20 fucking miles an hour down Sunset with the top down, you know, like fuck that. I like to beat the shit out of it. And, you know, sometimes I fuck up. Sometimes more often than not, I don't, you know.
When you're racing, you wearing like full gear, like a helmet?
Yeah. Well, it depends what track. Like if I go to CTMP, yes, 100%, because it's all like track marshaled and everything. If I go to fucking Joe's Cayuga fucking Speedway, will do whatever you want. I don't give a shit, you know, then whatever. I mean, helmet. Yeah. But like tracksuit for sure.
How, like what kind of speeds are you getting on the track?
It's not slow is fast.
Right, because you like going around corners like quickly.
Yeah, you know, no, I'm like, I just hit 200 miles an hour on this straight. Yeah, but then you came to fucking full stop at the next fucking corner, and the other guy fucking overtook you while you're doing that because you're too busy trying to fucking slow down so you could take the corner without flying off, you know? Yeah, no, that's actually was the best advice I got from like an insane driver who actually beat the land speed record in a fucking commercially produced car about 3 weeks ago. Ollie Webb in the I forget the name of the. It starts with a T, but he did 340 miles an hour in this fucking car.
Damn.
Like, that's stupid. Like, you have to be like an airline pilot at that fucking speed, you know? It's not about driving a car. You're driving an airplane. Ollie Webb.
300. Okay, it's a Tuatara.
Tuatara. Yeah.
Tuatara. What the fuck is this thing, dude? There's a helicopter following him.
Oh, well, it was this dude, this kid he's like I think is like one of the top fucking drivers, man. He does Le Mans, he does this, that. He's actually a friend of mine that got me involved with BAC. You know, the monos, the little race car looking thing in my garage.
Oh, is
he's
that
like
little blue thing?
No. It looks like a Formula One car. It's a single seater.
Oh, sorry, it's gray, isn't it? Is it gray?
Yeah. So he's kind of the test driver for that company. So he that's how we became friends and stuff like that. And he invited me out to Anglesey so that we could, drive some prototypes around and fucking fart around. And man, this guy's just like, he's so cool. Like, he's given me so many great tips. And one of the best ones he gave me was slow as fucking fast, man. Like, just cool, calm, calculated fucking, turns and when to accelerate, when to decelerate and all that shit. That's how you go fast around a fucking track, not fucking how flat out you can fucking get it.
Like on a straight, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Generally, 100, 140, 160, something stupid.
Yeah, I've never driven a car like that, but I've been in one. I've been in Misha's Lambo, and dude, that was fun. We took it to the canyon in LA.
Periphery, Misha?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We took it to the canyon in LA and just drove it up and down there, and it's crazy what going around a corner quick feels like. It's like you get proper G forces in your face, and also just like being in a car.
You gotta fucking do it in a real car though,
dude. It's like a core workout, just like holding yourself straight whilst you're trying to.
Oh yeah, and if you look at Ollie, if you Google image Ollie, this kid he's like my size, but look at his fucking neck.
Let me Google this guy, Ollie Webb.
Yeah. Sure.
Oh yeah, this dude's got a
yeah. No,
neck
I'm in
on.
it now. Sorry, it's jerk chicken time.
Jerk chicken. Fuck, that sounds great.
It's fucking great. Albert's jerk chicken. Albert's Toronto jerk chicken. Best fucking jerk chicken in Canada.
Nice, man. Cool. Well, did you want to go eat or?
No, I'll fucking eat it here. Okay.
Oh, okay. Nice.
There's a gate on the mic, so if I chew, you're good.
You got the gate set pretty good. I haven't been noticing it at all.
Good.
Yeah. So like what? I think I remember last time we were talking about the cars. You were telling me that every time you drive it, you have to replace the tires, and it costs like $1 million.
Oh no! They're like on a track day, yeah. Like, because then you're really stressing them out, But if you're just driving it around like a fucking just putting it, you're good for like a year, But if you're taking it up and down like a drag strip, trying to beat this guy and that guy and the other thing, and you're just, you're melting the rubber off the fucking tire every lap, so it's good. It's good. Like every second or third race day, meaning like a whole day dedicated to doing fucking crazy hot laps, I'll probably, replace the tires.
How much does it cost to replace tires?
It depends what car. The mono, like about $300-400 a tire.
Well, what about the Senna?
Oh, well, it depends. I mean, you can put some fucking P0s on it for like a couple $1,000.
Fuck, like per tire?
No, for the whole car.
Oh man, I'm looking at a picture right now of a orange McLaren Senna owned by former F1 driver wrecked. It's been put into a pole.
There's been a couple of those actually.
Yeah, this one does not look good. Dude, these cars.
There's this one guy who's fucking like revving it, like to impress someone somehow, like revving. And some unspent fuel went out the fucking tips at the back and then hit the engine block and fucking ignited and the whole car went up.
Oh my God. Damn.
Cars don't like that.
They don't like to be revved.
Oh, I mean, like 9,000 RPM standing still. That's not a good look.
Right, yeah. Fuck yeah, I should rent a car at some point and try it. I never really have been into like any crazy shit like that, but getting into mountain biking recently, I realized like I really do like going fast, especially around corners and stuff like that. And I feel like with mountain biking, you're just so exposed because like you're not in this like shell that gives you this false sense of security. Like there's
I get the same thing. Like some tracks, like dudes on bikes will be on there, and you're like, "Fuck no, dude!" Like
Yeah.
I mean, like motorbikes, racing bikes.
Yeah, man, you'd be surprised like with mountain bikes, like how much speed you can get though. Like it's not obviously as much as a car, but I mean like you can like on a proper downhill track, you can get up to like 40 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour on a mountain.
No, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's a rabbit hole too, because I mean, even that shit will get expensive too if you're fucking serious about it,
Yeah, it already has.
Like 10, 20 grand, like for a good fucking bike,
Yeah, you can dump like easily 20 grand into a sick mountain bike.
Well, you can spend as much money on anything if you want.
Dude, do you know, have you ever heard of a guy called Brandon Semenick?
Why does it sound familiar?
So he's a race driver. So he was like one of the best mountain bikers in the world, but he hard pivoted and now he's one of the drivers on the Subaru rally team.
Oh, cool.
He's racing with that Travis Pastrami guy or whatever.
Pastrana.
Yeah.
Man, he's invited me out to like his ranch out in the middle of Maryland, like Pastrana land, he calls it. And he's got like a house like mine. He's just got land for days, and he builds like crazy ramps and jumps and ATV trails and this. And he's been bugging me to get out there, but I'm like, fuck, man.
Like jumps for cars?
No, well, yeah, probably.
Fucking hell. You can.
Cars, motocross, fucking quads. My buddy Connor Daly actually just went to his place not too long ago. He was showing me all these vids from it. And I'm like, fuck, man, I got to do that.
Yeah, man.
He's got like big foam pits where they can like backflip bikes into and shit. And I'm like, fuck.
That's the move, man. Fucking buying land and just building tracks on it, just hammering it.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. But like, and you can find go to fucking Utah, like fucking, what, $2 an acre or something like that?
Like Moab or something.
But then you get your problems, right? Like your internet.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta like
And
weigh
you
up.
want your Waffle House or your fucking In-N-Out, you're doomed.
Yeah, true. Have you thought about doing that on your property, like building tracks and stuff?
No, I kind of have to keep it the way it is because we're like part of this like protected area.
Right, like crown land or something like that.
Yeah, I guess like it's all like I own it, but it's protected. It's environmentally protected because ducks and salamanders or whatever.
Oh, nice. Salamanders, that's sick.
Yeah, I've never seen one, but okay.
Yeah, they're probably in the water, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I go out there a lot. We got a lot of cool little streams that I walk around, and so I actually spent a whole day looking for one. I couldn't fucking find one.
Damn. Have you still got the Function 1 outside?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's covered up for the winter, but
right. Yeah, that's the coolest shit. Just being able to hang out in the pool and listen to Function 1.
like blast it too, and no one fucking cares, Yeah, like I said, man, it's a great place, and I love it here. It's relaxing, and I can work and do my thing. I could like stay hermitized in this little pool house office and do my thing, but at the same note too, it's like, oh, fuck, man, I just hope I get to keep it,
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's a fun place to hang out. I could see how you'd never really get bored there. Because, like, on one hand, like, living out in the middle of nowhere, I'd be kind of paranoid about getting bored, probably. But on the other hand,
It's a personality thing, I think.
Yeah, but
Like I can do it.
Mhm.
I don't need to be around people. You know what I mean? Like I don't. My wife does though. Like Kelly, she's a social little butterfly. Like, so, well, when we used to, she would go out to clubs, go to dinners, go to restaurants with friends, and like I'm the fucking complete opposite. I hated it. I still do. So it's like I got that kind of personality that's like totally cool with being a mountain hermit or whatever.
You hate going to restaurants with friends?
I do.
Huh.
I do. I really do.
Damn, it's like one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah. I just, it's the process, man. Waiting for food, like, and all that shit. It's like, fuck. Like, if you're cooking it, that's one thing, because I do that a lot. Like, I cook and do my own meals and all this shit. It's not like I got this magic fucking food delivery apparatus, but it's just like, sitting around, and I always find myself, I'm on my phone the whole fucking time.
Yeah, totally.
I'm that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what I usually do is I'll be on my phone, but I'll just have like chess puzzles open, and I'll just leave them like sitting on the table in front of me, like for everyone to see, kind of.
As a conversation piece? Yeah.
No, just like so I can see the board and like think about it whilst like doing other shit. It's just like in the...
Oh, it's like your fidget spinner?
Yeah, pretty much. Like just so I can sit here and like look at a problem whilst like...
You play chess online?
Yeah, I play on chess.
We should try.
Have you ever played?
Chess?
Yeah.
I know how.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we should definitely play chess.
Dude, I can't promise greatness, but like I know the rules. I know how the game works.
Yeah, man, you'd probably get good at it real quick, to be honest, because like I mean, like you got really good at PUBG and like Rocket League and stuff like that. I think it's just like
fucking headshot your fucking bishop.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's a different like set of skills, but I think like the mechanics to get good are the same, right? It's like you just get obsessive about it and like play it a lot and like get really focused about like the way you learn about it and stuff like that. Because it's like one thing to just be casually playing games all the time. It's another thing to be like doing exercises to try and get better at the game.
Do you do that?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I just have like puzzles sitting on the desk all the time.
Oh, right. Oh, so they're like predetermined chess moves that are for quiz purposes.
Yeah, so what it'll do is some people compose puzzles and other people just like pull them from games where there's like a
like a famous game or something.
Yeah, exactly. But there's like a database of like a couple of 100,000 positions, and it'll just like throw out a position at you, and it'll be like, all right, what's the move here? But it won't tell you what the actual like goal is. Like it won't tell you like, oh, try and find a mate in 2, or like try and find a way to win a pawn or something like that. Like it won't tell you what you're trying to do, but it'll just show you the puzzle and just be like, what's the best thing to do here? And you just have to kind of figure it out.
That's cool. Little exercise, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good passive way, I think, to do chess without actually playing games. Because if you're playing a game, you have to like really invest yourself into it. Yeah,
especially, if your opponents vary too. It's like, I'm sure that splits your style up like all over the place,
Yeah, for sure. But it's all ELO rated. And actually, did you know ELO was invented for chess?
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, it was like originally invented to like figure out who should verse who in chess, and then it got adapted to stuff like CS:GO and whatnot.
Yeah,
it went straight from chess to CS:GO. I was actually reading about the ELO rating system the other day on Wikipedia. It's actually pretty interesting the way it works.
Does somebody own it?
Did somebody own it? No.
Yeah, I mean, like it, because if it's an algorithm.
Maybe some guy definitely invented it. His name is Arpad Elo.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So wait, the difference in the ratings between 2 players serves as a predictor of the outcome of a match. So 2 players with equal ratings who play against each other are expected to score an equal number of wins, but a player whose rating is 100 points greater than their opponent's is expected to score 64% wins. And if the difference is 200 points, then the expected score for the stronger player is 76%.
And that's for chess.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it would be the same for...
I didn't know it was point-based.
Yeah.
I thought it was objective-based.
No, so, like, with CSGO, for instance, behind the ranks, right, like, you've got DMG, Master Guardian, like, all that crap. But behind all of that is a number, right? So, like, from, say, like, Nova 4 or something, that number might be 1,400. And then the next one up, whatever it is, the AK thing, might be like 1,600, and then the next one might be 1,800, and so on and so forth. So it's like if you're a AK, whatever that rank is called, versing a Nova 4, then I guess the AK is like predicted to win 64% of the time.
Right.
Which is kind of hard to quantify, I think, with CSGO. I guess the only way you could do it, like the only data you would have is like, I guess accuracy and amount of kills to deaths or something like that. I don't really know. They never really actually said how they work it out with CSGO, because I think if they did, people would just like play the system to try and get their rank up.
Exactly that. Yeah.
So they like wanted to keep it a secret as to how it worked. There's probably like fucking 2 people in the universe who know how that shit works for CSGO, right?
Yeah. ELO and the other guy.
Yeah. Gaben.
He's into cars.
Is he?
He does a lot of stuff with racing. Yeah.
That makes sense. I feel like anyone who's just got like serious amounts of money to blow eventually goes like, fuck it, I should get a car.
Or a racing pigeon.
A racing pigeon? Why?
Oh yeah, some of those go up there, man. Some of those racing pigeons are like $100,000 for a fucking pigeon.
Wow.
Oh no, millions actually.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Racing pigeons. I've never even like
Yeah, if you ever thought I was an elitist, look up these fucking dudes.
racing pigeon cost.
Yeah.
All right. For comparison, the average price for a good racing pigeon is in the $2,800 range.
Average.
That's the average. Okay. Nick New Kim, a 2-year-old champion racing pigeon, was sold at an auction for a record-breaking $1.8 million.
There you go.
Dude, what the fuck? A pigeon sold for almost $2 million.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Like what?
I wonder what the fucking ROI is on that.
I mean, if you like bred the pigeon from scratch, $1.8 million, I guess. If you spawn this guy, you just made 1.8 million.
Fucking Mila Jovovich fucking sat on this fucking egg.
What's the appeal for racing pigeons? Like, what are they?
I don't even know. I think pigeons just kind of do their own fucking thing. So I don't understand how you like grade a racing pigeon. You know what I mean? Like, oh, look at that one. It's like what? Speed, I guess. Like from point A to point B, I guess would be the determining factor for me because, you know, going to the big pigeon race, which I've never even fucking seen or heard of. You know what I mean? Like, where do they meet up somewhere in fucking Kazakhstan?
All right, so
and unleash these pigeons, and whoever gets to the other side of the canyon wins? I don't get it.
So it says racing pigeons are trained by repeated practice to return to their home loft when released at various distances and to enter the loft through trapdoors. And at the start of the race, competing birds are banded, and then they are then liberated together by a starter who records the time of release. Okay, so they just like train them to go back to their house and then take them really far away from their house.
Yeah, but then you get a group of guys together with their own pigeons to do that and make a weekend out of it. And you think golf is fucked up, you know?
Yeah, this might be the weirdest sport.
Oh no. That's just the first one that came to mind. I'm sure there's far worse.
Like curling.
But like, I mean, ESPN definitely does not cover fucking pigeon racing.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if they did though.
Trying to see doping. Wow. Doping in pigeon racing is the
Doping your fucking pigeon.
Dude, check out this sentence. It says doping in pigeon racing is the practice of giving performance enhancing drugs to avian racers.
Wow.
They call them avian racers. The drugs are used to produce similar effects to those found.
Well, you got to
in
make
human
it. You got to
athletes.
give it a euphemistic title. It can't be just like pigeon racing.
Yeah, avian racers.
It doesn't sound as fancy as like an equestrian.
Yeah, right.
I'm a fucking aviator or whatever. What's the nomenclature for a guy who fucking races a pigeon? Then he's not a jockey. He doesn't ride the fucking thing. But
Yeah, true. Yeah, what is a pigeon racer?
falconeer. Oh, fucking.
I guess avian racer. No, because then that would mean they were doping themselves. That'd be pretty funny, right? If, like, they just
It's like at the RC car race where the guys controlling the cars are like fucking jacked up on meth.
like Adderall or something. Damn. Yeah, RC car racing. I've never really seen much about that too. I've seen.
Dude, I've seen a bunch on the internet. It's fucking crazy. You know what? You know what the craziest fucking one is? Okay, get this. Professional slot car racing.
Isn't that just like
fucking,
stuck on a track?
Yes, but you got to watch the pros do it. It's so fucking crazy. You don't even see the cars, and you see their heads going like this.
Oh my god!
Like over like a massive fucking track too. It's not even a little track.
All right, I'm looking at. Holy shit! These things go fast.
Right? Like, what is the fucking point?
I mean, it looks really cool, dude. If one of those things comes off,
it's gonna stick through their chest.
Yeah.
And like get lodged into their lung.
Yeah, dude. If that like hits someone, these things must be like seriously in that track because
like, look at this sport though. Can you believe this shit?
Yeah, like I don't see how one would go faster than another unless it was like, oh my god, one of them fell off the track and a guy's putting his hand on the track with these other things going past.
Yeah. That's fucking sketchy. It's like
shouldn't they just all
trying to get a twig out of your fucking lawnmower while it's still running.
Yeah, pretty much. Dude, aren't these things just like predefined to go a certain speed on a track? Like,
no, I'm sure one is like a 1 fraction of a millisecond faster than the other one. And how they're calculating this, they have to be using some computer assisted fucking timing shit, because who's going faster? Who's winning? What is going on? All I see are these fucking weirdos like with their fucking heads bobbing around trying to find their car on the track, like they know which one's theirs. You know,
well, they're all different colors by the looks, although each track is a different color.
Right.
So I think probably which
smudge is yours?
Yeah, right. I think the appeal here is they like build the car themselves.
Yes.
Yeah, and then it's like who can build the fastest slot car. But I mean, all the slot cars look pretty much the same. So maybe there's just like a found method that's like pretty, like everything else is being bred out because it doesn't work or something.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not shitting on it. I think it's cool as fuck, but it's just so funny how many weird fucking competitive things there are out there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, slot car racing is a good one. So my dad basically got to like age, I don't know, 60 or something like that, and then was just like, I'm just going to get massively into RC planes, and then just started building RC planes. And now we have like
a lot of people. That's a pretty popular thing, man.
Dude, he's got
especially around where I live.
Yeah, he's got like 100 of them. It's fucking crazy. Like he just has a shed just full of them, and like drones and RC helicopters and shit.
Right. Well, like think of like the billionaire who loves planes. You know what I mean? Like he'll buy a whole hangar full.
Right. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, I remember listening to the H3 podcast when you were on there.
Speaking of billionaires that love planes.
Well, I was yeah. No, I guess that's not related. But I was listening to the H3 podcast, and you said someone was like flying a drone like over your fence at some point.
Oh, that asshole. Yeah.
Was that like after the Your EDM thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. How many people have showed up since then?
Well, whatever. I mean, there's showed up, which I can deal with or don't. You know, it's not like I'm like standing up looking at the window every fucking time a car goes by. Like, fuck, I got shit to do. But in the summer day and day off, and, you know, me and the wife are out just sitting around in the yard, and then, you know, a car will come up and they'll slow down, they'll take a picture and then carry on their way. That's fine. I don't care. But like fucking, it's the people that like stop, pull into the service gate, get out, start yelling, fucking honking their horns. You know what I mean? It's like, for what?
Yeah, it's pretty rude.
Well, yeah, not only that, but what is your thought process? What's the end game? Hey, come on in. Let's party.
Yeah, I'm just partying 24/7 in here.
I'm not fucking, what's his name from the Beatles?
Ringo Starr.
No, the other guy.
John Lennon.
Yeah, remember that? I don't have this feeling that might have been staged.
Wait, what was he doing? He was just inviting everyone?
Remember? No. He there was like he had a stalker guy.
Oh, the guy who shot him.
No.
Wait.
Different guy, actually. He would be like hanging around, but the guy had like, I think, some kind of mental issues because he thought that the lyrics meant this and that, and they were talking about him and all this stuff. And he showed up to his house, and for whatever reason, cameras were rolling. That's why I'm like, this is kind of weird. And he's just like, you know, oh, come in, let's talk. And then he invites him in, and he sits down, and they're just chilling in his fucking kitchen. I'm sure it's on the internet somewhere. It's like, and then he said like, hey, you know, these words, they don't mean anything. It's just me talking about a yellow fucking submarine because it just sounded funny. It doesn't mean that. And then it was like, oh, but anyway, but it was like all filmed in the light that, you know, he brought in this person into his home. And I find that a little dubious.
Like the OG virtue signaling?
Maybe, but I don't know. Like, cause I don't have a deep understanding of the psyche of John fucking Lennon as a human. So it's like, I can't make that assessment, but like, I mean, I think that was like pre-internet white knighting shit. Cause like fucking, man, if that were to happen to me, but this is today in 2020, if some fucking dude's creeping around my fucking bushes, first call is going to be to fucking a buddy, and then the next call is going to be an ambulance, and then the next call is going to be the fucking police. You know what I mean? It's not going to be me getting a film crew on hand who's ready to go and start filming this interaction between me and this guy creeping around my bushes. Dude, I'm going to crack your fucking head in. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, fuck. It's just weird watching this shit because it's just like,
yeah, it's gonna be a weird thing to deal with once you get to that level. I mean, I don't like, the worst thing I get is like maybe some weird people in my DMs like once a year or something.
I probably get that way more than I would like, but I don't ever check that shit. So
right.
That's something like I think I like about not being on social media is I don't get the guy that's like, hey, I'm gonna come over and fucking kill you because, you know, strobe was my original idea that you stole out of my dreams. You know what I mean? Like, and I would get shit like that.
Weird.
Well, not weird, scary, because like, fuck, I have to go out in public and play shows where this fucking idiot or someone like him is going to be, you know what I mean? So like, that's why security is security, you know, like not because I'm fucking, you know, I need a guy to go beat someone up on fucking command. No, because like there are people like that out there, and the more popular you get, the worse it fucking gets. And that sucks. I hate that about fucking popularity or fame or whatever the fuck it is. I can't stand it.
Yeah. I feel like there's this weird asymmetry, right, with like the musician or just whatever artist and fan relationship, because what happens, I mean, especially in my case where I have like a podcast and I do like tutorials online and I stream and like, I mean, you do the same thing. It's like you put so much of yourself out there, right? So there's like fans out there who have all of this like information of you to connect with, and they think they know you really well, and they like develop this picture of you, and it feels like they're hanging out with you a lot. So they kind of like, they feel like they know you really well.
But that's a one-way thing. And then not only is it just kind of construed together to however they wanted to perceive that, is you know nothing about them. So that conversation just instantly becomes awkward when that happens in reality where you two meet in person. You know what I mean? So like you got, you know, normal people that were like, you know, obviously that don't build these constructs of you. You know, without actually, you know, interacting with you personally. And I've even done that. I do that all the fucking time. It's like, I just don't act on it. It's that like, you know, it's like I'm on a flight and Will Ferrell's sitting next to me. I'm not going to go talk to him because I feel like I know him. I really do. You know what I mean? But he doesn't fucking know me. You know what I mean? So we can't have this instant connection that I would already have over him. You know what I mean?
I feel like with Will Ferrell, you kind of could though.
But you don't know.
Yeah,
and
true.
You say that about fucking, you know, Robin Williams too.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. You know, like you don't know a person.
Yeah. Especially with actors, right? It's like, who's going to see through that level of acting? They're like the best actors in the world.
Even the worst actors, it doesn't matter. Like a human interaction requires human interaction. That's how you truly get familiar with someone. It's like me and you can fucking converse online and in person because we kind of got a base idea of kind of where we are each other are at with that kind of fucking conversation, like, or that connection. Right. But like, you know, I couldn't even sit down with Trent Reznor for like fucking 5 fucking minutes without me having to cut it off, because it's like I low-key looked up to high-key looked up to the fucking guy who studied all his music and basically, you know, what I am today is actually a lot to do with him, you know. So when it comes down to, you know, and then finally I'm on the up and up, and then life is good and I can fucking do this and that. You know, we got talking about some other project that I did with him and some other shit. And I was like, hey man, let's go slum it up at fucking Mel's and grab a bite, you know? And it's like sitting down with him. It's like, I had to fucking not say anything. Cause I don't want to say, you know, like, oh, hey man, like I get where you're coming from when you're writing this shit, or like, you know what I mean? It's like, I know nothing about him. So like, I just have to, it's hard to put up that barrier between what you know and then what you're receiving right then in the moment, you know?
Which era of Trent Reznor's stuff do you like the best?
Era?
Because I mean, there's kind of like heroin Trent, and then there's like post-heroin Trent, right?
Oh yeah, no, I think it's all there. I think the parts I like the most were obviously in all of those eras. You know what I mean? The thing that just you will never take away from him No matter what fucking state he's in, where he's like, I'm a fucking the worst fucking person to deal with rock star guy, or now he's like, I'm just mellow, chill, fucking doing film soundtrack guy. He's, no matter what, he's always had this, like, you know, this connotation, this melodic structure, you know what I mean, that he applied in any of those eras. So I'm not really necessarily like in favor or connecting to any particular era of his fucking state of mind or state of play, what he was doing at the time, you know what I mean? Because like, people have good days, people have bad days, but that doesn't have anything to do with that thought process that went into a work what that person did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. And do you reckon he got paid a shitload of money for Old Town Road?
I don't know. Probably.
You know Old Town Road, right? That song that yeah. So like the sample from it is a Nine Inch Nails B-side.
Yeah, I mean, a shitload of money. I mean, that's all like super subjective. I mean, do I think the guy gives a shit enough to fucking, you know, go into fucking court with a bunch of fucking weenies over a fucking sample? You know, it's almost not even worth the attention that you're going to get, you know, from doing that, you know?
Right.
I mean, I could count like on fucking 8 hands how many times people have ripped me off and I went, so fucking what? But other times where I kind of had to make a stand and fucking do a thing, because if you don't do that fucking thing and if you don't shut these assholes down from time to time, people are just going to fucking walk all over you. It's like taking your fucking shoes in prison, you know? You fight that fucking dude. You punch him in the fucking face. Yeah, you're going to get your fucking ass kicked, but you fucking fight. Because guess what? You know, you give him those fucking shoes, you're going to be giving them your lunch. You're going to be, you know what I mean? They're just going to walk all over you.
Yeah. Yeah. With Trent's stuff, I've been really enjoying his film scores. I actually watched Gone Girl last night.
Oh, that's an amazing one.
Yeah, Gone Girl's good. The movie itself is really good too. Cool concept.
His whole collaboration with Atticus really brought out a lot of that really cool shit that he did, I think. Like the way the two work together, you know?
Yeah, you can definitely tell, I think, with your stuff, like the melodic sense is pretty similar. It's like kind of dark, but also like very cinematic and
in a way. But I think that kind of symbiotic relationship between the two of them was like, you know, Trent's music and then Atticus is kind of like sound sculpting.
Right.
You know?
You think Atticus is like a better sound designer?
Well, maybe. You know, like, one guy pencils it in, the other guy fucking goes over with the ink, you know?
Yeah, right. That's like that mole rats joke, right? It's like, yeah, you're just a tracer.
I've never seen that movie.
Really? Yeah, there's is it Mallrats or is it Chasing Amy or Clerks? It's like
any of those movies I've never seen.
Yeah, they were Kevin Smith movie.
Everybody in high school played those fucking movies and they would talk about it and make jokes about it all day. And they got so annoying to me that I'm like, I'm never watching this fucking movie now.
Oh, they're good though, man. Kevin Smith is great.
I'm sure they are. I could probably quote the whole fucking movie without ever having to fucking see it. Just having lived through grade 9.
Have you ever watched have you watched Red State by Kevin Smith?
No.
That's a good one. It's like a weird movie for him to make, right? Because he made like Clerks, Chasing Amy, like all these funny, lighthearted like comedies, like Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back and all that shit. And then he made this movie called Red State, which is about like these full right-wing conservative Christians who run a ranch out in the middle of nowhere and take hostages and shit. It's like really dark movie. It's based, I think, on the Westboro Baptist Church, something like that. Or like,
wow, that writes itself then. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a based on type of thing. But it's got some good actors in it. It's got, I think, Michael Caine and John Goodman. Like, it's a good movie.
That's good.
That's a good one.
I like it when people do shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, I like it when Jim Carrey plays a bad guy.
Totally, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's always... what's a good example of that?
Fucking Red. Red from fucking that 70s shows in RoboCop, man.
Dude, no, the best example of this I can think of is this movie called Wolf Creek. And this guy called John Jarrett plays the... it's an Australian... Or he's an Australian. This guy called John Jarrett plays the like murderer. But this guy, John Jarrett, was like the host on this show in Australia back in the day that was played at like 6 p.m. at night called Better Homes and Gardens, would just like show
That's
you how
funny.
to like plant your cruciferous plants or whatever, and like show you
You
how
can't unsee it. That's the thing. That a lot of people get like so typecast into that
but
fucking shit.
this is the thing, man, is he like plays the murderer so fucking well.
He does it good.
Yeah, and it's like the best shit ever. But it's just crazy because he just came from like midday television style
Yeah,
stuff.
well, but that's what I mean. It's like that guy, like George Costanza. Like he's a brilliant fucking actor. Like he could do this crazy fucking range. He's like, the guy is like a fucking prodigy actor, you know, like, but just because of what he's done, he can't be cast for this or that and not be taken fucking seriously, you know?
Yeah, same with Kramer, right?
Yeah, well, Kramer's got some other fucking shit going on that he's probably worked through by now, but yeah, like that kind of thing. Like, you know what I mean? They played that role so often, so much that it's just like, you're that. And if you go into any other like different roles or something like that, no matter how good of a job you fucking do by, you know, disassociating that character and having another thing, I'm still going to see scenes of you opening the door like an idiot and stumbling in, you know what I mean? Even though he's playing like a fucking killer. That's what I mean. I recently watched RoboCop, and then that fucking one of the bad guys was the actor that later did the 70s show, and he's going to be back. And now I'm watching RoboCop, and every time I see him on the screen, I'm like, I got to break my foot off in your ass, RoboCop. I'm like, yes. You know?
Yeah, man. I guess George Costanza probably doesn't need any more money at this point because Seinfeld just did so well. But
fuck money. It
would be cool to see him in some other shit though, for sure.
Yeah.
Because he's a good actor.
I mean, that's what I say about EDM. I do the same fucking thing. I fuck progressive house, fuck dubstep. Like I want to do something different. And I think I've done a reasonably okay job with not pinning down my shit, you know, because I know a fucking Hardwell track when I fucking hear one. You know, and I know a Tiesto track when I hear one. I know a fucking this track when I hear. I hate to say it, but I know a Mr. Bill track when I hear it.
Oh yeah, it's the editing.
Most of the time, you know what? Well, in your credit though, you absolutely blew my fucking mind with the mom and dad shit.
Oh, thanks. Glad you liked it.
Yeah, that I did not see coming. So that was cool. But I mean, you know, like the whole everyone's got their staple thing, and I've always like kind of made a point to do a rap song. I'm going to do a hip hop beat, and I'm going to do a fucking glitch thing. I'm going to do this house thing, and I'm going to do this because I don't want to get pigeon fucked into being
I think
ghosts and stuff guy.
Right. But I think you've kind of always done that, right? Like you've always written like IDM stuff and you've always written like, you know, Boards of Canada sounding type stuff and whatnot. It's just like the top 20 tracks of yours that, you know, hit millions of plays all happen to be house tracks. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that just shows you the chart, you know what I mean? Like the what to do when you need to do it. So you know, funds are running tight. Get that top line out and fucking crank down the BPM and
pull out the Ghosts and Stuff project and just rearrange it. Or something.
Yeah, totally. Why not?
Just got to download that guy's MIDI pack. Have you gotten those ads? That MIDI pack guy's like, I got you.
What? No, I don't get ads.
Oh, dude. Oh, how come? You just use a blocker?
Yeah, I just don't use the internet. I don't like on Facebook or
no, like on YouTube. This dude just
I bought premium just so I don't have to deal with ads. You know why I bought premium? The only reason I bought premium because I could deal with fucking ads until all the ads started going, this is a cardinal sin of EDM. I'm fuck. All right, I'm buying premium. Shut up. I got my ad every time I did a fucking search. Every fucking time is me.
Well, at least Masterclass is doing their job.
God damn, too good, man. Like, fuck.
Yeah, they're aggressive.
They spent more on advertising than they did on me, 100%.
Yeah, right. Yeah. How do you even get hooked up with that? Because I know Gary Kasparov did one about chess on there too, which is pretty cool.
It's run by Christina Aguilera's husband.
Oh, right. Interesting.
Yeah.
So crazy how like connected just the entire music industry is, or it's just the entire entertainment industry.
Yeah, they've done really well.
Yeah, it seems
they were really well produced. Like it took us a solid 7 days of filming. Like it wasn't some fucking chop shop crew. They literally like turned my entire house into a post unit.
Wow.
Like fuck, my living room had fucking huge post lab, fucking catering in the kitchen. There was about 25 fucking grips. Like it was fucking movie tier
Damn, those
production.
So Masterclass sent 25 people out to your house.
Oh, at least they took over like my whole house. Like my fucking laundry room was a fucking color correction fucking suite.
Where did they stay? Did they all stay at your house or did they stay other places?
Hotel,
right?
Yeah, and then they just came in, and then we had like catering trucks and all that fucking shit. And I'm thinking, like, I thought they were just gonna send a guy with a DLSR and fucking.
Yeah, right.
Okay, say the line, Bart. Fucking, this is a cardinal sin of EDM or fucking whatever. But it was a big fucking deal. It was really well done. So
damn.
So I think that's what really attracted a lot of the initial rounds of it when Werner Herzog did his and all that shit, because
Werner Herzog did a masterclass?
Fuck yeah.
Dude,
he was
sick.
like one of the first ones.
Oh wow, I love that guy.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, that Grizzly Man movie's sick. What else has he done? He did that other one where like those people wanted to take that ship over the mountain or whatever.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and then the volcano one.
Yeah, Werner's awesome. I love how he just like always is so existential, right? He's like just saying the deepest, like nastiest shit. He's the
shit. Fucking who's the guy who fucking narrates the nature videos?
David Attenborough?
Yeah. He's like the Dave Attenborough of existential things.
Right. Yeah, he's a good one. Fuck yeah, dude. Well, hey, man, I'm probably going to go eat some food because I pretty much woke up and just started.
Fuck, I've eaten a full course jerk chicken dinner here during this one. So fucking starving. Yeah, I got to go relight a million scenes.
For the show?
For this stupid game thing I'm doing.
Oh, right.
That's not a game.
Oh, yes, the not a game thing.
Yeah, not a game.
Cool, man.
All right, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for doing this.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
See you later.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Mr. Bill podcast. These episodes are edited and uploaded twice a week by Robert Fumo of 303podpro.com. You can also support the show, get early access to episodes, and hear bonus content by going to patreon.com/Mr. Bill's Tunes and becoming a patron. Please rate and review on iTunes unless you're going to be a little shit about it. And all the links to my various platforms are at MrBillsTunes.com. Thank you.